I think you are all aware. Though we are in the deadlock of lockdown situation due to coronavirus, but minding that we have to continue our study. We have to face or approach examination at the end of the lockdown situation. Minding that in the last class we discussed prefix and suffix. In association with the last class, today we are going to learn that topic, especially from rule 3 to from 3. Have a look please. Dear students, have a look please on the whiteboard. Rule number 3, if two or more words are added by comma or and, all the words should be the same parts of speech. Here is an example. Have a look please again. Again, dear students, I have written an example on the whiteboard. Meena is pious, honest, intelligent, and within bracket we have got help. As pious, that is an adjective. Honest, that is an adjective. Intelligent, that is also another adjective. As three adjectives have been added by comma. So mind take that the last word should be the same parts of speech. As the adjective, help will be adjective. In this regard, we have to keep in our mind these qualities, especially these three words: pious, honest, intelligent. They indicate positive quality. So last word should be positive quality. If they could have been negative quality, so we have to write down negative quality. Please don't forget it. All these indicate positive qualities. So last letter should be positive one. So helpless or helpful. This one is option A. Yes sir. Yes, that should be positive one. Thank you. So positive, helpless or helpful. Kanis, please tell me which one is appropriate, helpful or helpless? Yes, please proceed on again. Yes, as they are positive quality, so we have to write down positive one. The answer should be helpful. Thank you. Why have I written helpful spelling HELPFUL? Basically, we know full spelling FULL, but I have written single L, only one L. Another L has been deducted. What is the result behind it? Please listen to me. If we find a word having double consonant at the time of adding anything else, that may be at the very beginning or at the ending, double consonant should be single one. Please, here is another example. Basically, we know when spelling WELL plus come. When we have got two consonants, as we are going to add another word at the right side of it, double consonant should be single one. So the answer will be welcome. Another example, all plus mighty. We have got two consonants, but at the time of adding anything else, double consonant should be single one. The answer will be almighty. And we may have the question. So, it can be at the very first. Yes? I put this again. Till, T-I-L-L. If we add an at the very beginning, double consonant should be single one. Yes. I think you have got the method clearly. So again, please, if we find two consonants at the end of the word at the time of adding anything else, double consonant should be single one. Rule 4. Please pick that with me. Dear students, I have written rule number 4. Have a place and listen to me. If we find a gap between subject and main verb, in the gap we have to write down we have to use an adverb. At the same way, when a gap is found between an auxiliary verb and main verb, in this case we should use an adverb. Here is an example case. Let's have a look at students. Again, I have written two examples on the whiteboard. First one, Rana, within bracket we have got general, goes to school on foot. Yes, we have got a gap between subject and main verb. Here is main verb, here is subject. At the this case I have written. If we find the gap, as we have got the gap between subject and main verb, that's why we should write down an adverb. And you may have the question, Honorable Sir, we don't have clear concept or idea how to know an adverb. Please open your exercise book and write down, not how to know an adverb. Have a look please. I have written how to know an adverb. Not all sorts or all kinds of time expressing, place indicating, and ly based words are called adverb. But these are not enough words. There are different kinds of adverb. Special time indicating today, tomorrow, yesterday, now, here, there, generally, normally, usually, naturally, in fact, really. All of these mentionable words are called adverb. So, general we have got an adjective. So, it will be an adverb. Rana, general or generally? Generally. Thank you. Hello, please ready we have got. The gap is found between auxiliary verb and main verb. So, yes, and a gap between auxiliary verb and main verb. That's why we have to write down an adverb. Ready, that should be already. Five minutes earlier, I have discussed already spelling. If we find two words, the two consonants at the end of the word, at the time of adding anything else, double consonant has been single one. Yes. Another L has been deducted, has been skipped, has been avoided. Clear, dear students? I believe you have got the matter. Please take them quickly. Rule number 5. Dear students, I have written an important thing on the whiteboard. Maximum or almost all the sentences of English sentences follow this structure. Here the structure. At first we have to write down subject, and at the same time I have also written NP1 or NP. Both of the same correct. And you may have a question, sir or honorable sir, what is the elaboration form of NP? N for noun, P for pronoun. But that means subject may be noun or pronoun. That's why I have written NP. Here, subject plus verb plus adverb, verb plus adverb plus adjective, not adjective. In the last class, I told you, dear students, you have to say adjective plus noun plus preposition plus noun. Please again, honorable guardians, especially your parents or your elder brothers or sisters or relatives, maximum people know or believe that should be preposition. No. The answer will be, the sound should be, pronunciation should be preposition, not preposition. And at the time of writing or using words in the sentence, we have to follow right to left. Right to left. Yes. Here is an example. Please have a look, dear students. At this stage, I have said we have to use the words from right to left. Have a look, please. The develop of. We have got preposition at the right side of the gate. Right side of the gate, we have got preposition. So we have to write down which parts of the space. Noun. Thank you. Noun. And the noun formation of develop. That should be developer, development. Which one is? Hello, Humaira? Yes. Development, thank you. Put your hands together. Congratulate her, please. Well done. Good job. Development. In this regard, we have got to get utilized. At the same time, we have got another preposition. So it is better to use. Which parts of the speech has to be used? Noun. Thank you. So utilize, which is the noun formation form of utilize, that should be utilization. Yes, there is also another cheeky IQ test type of question. Developer, development, both of us same. Both of them are noun. But which noun has to be used in this case? Yes. Especially to indicate professionalism noun, we have to add er or or at the end of verb. Suppose I am a teacher. That's why verb has to teach. As professionalism, that er has been added for teacher. Sing for singer. Write for writer. Play for player. Especially to indicate professionalism noun, we have to add er or or. Cultivator. But rest of them development. Normal noun. Here. So we have already discussed 3 rules. We have to change, we have to practice more and more. I hope you will practice or learn the rules, and as always you have to write down 5 important sentences, useful sentences based on these rules. And stay at home, listen to your parents, don't try to go outside during this lockdown situation. Allah Hafiz.